Okay. So we were talking about uh, the strings here now, right? Now, the way Python handles text is in the form of string or in the form of strings, right? And we have seen how to declare a string, but let's see it again. Let's say I can call string one as hello, right? String two as, let's say, how are you? Both are valid ways of representing string. The single quote or double quote, both are exactly same. Okay, you can use either first one or second one. Both are exactly the same way of doing things. Okay, now you can even declare string using fine. Okay, or you can say, okay, so I didn't mean that. I meant double full quotation here. Okay, here you can use single, something like this, let's say, subject. So all four are valid ways of representing string, either single quote, double quote, single triple, or double triple quote. Okay, and all of these are strings. Okay, and exactly, it behaves like text. But as I told you, single and double, they are same, and these triple quotes are same. There's a difference between single, double versus triple. What is the difference is, when you have multiple text or lines of text to handle, then you can't do it using single or double. I can say, I am fine, I am great, I am amazing. Okay. Now, this is a 3-line text. This is a 3-line text. Now, the way we have added, same way we can access content without any problem. So if I say here, print str3, okay, and then I go and run this file. So you see, you get 3 lines of text. Right? Okay. Now, okay. So as I said, you can use either this or that. I mean, either single or double or triple. But whatever you start with, same thing you have to end with. You cannot start with single and end with double. You can't start with double and end with single. You can't start with triple and end with single. Whatever. So giving the first quotation is your choice, right? But once you give it, then ending is not your choice. Python will look for matching quotation for ending. Okay. So you get, so that it knows, okay, triple, you start with triple, you look for same triple, single or double, triple quote for ending. And that's why it knows that, okay, from here to here is the text. Okay. Now let's say I want to print something like this. I want to print what's your name. Now see what happened. I started with single quote and I ended with single quote, but this slash, this quotation, okay, I didn't want to use it as closing quote. I wanted it to be part of the text, right? But since I started with triple quote, sorry, single quote, Python is looking for immediately next single quote as closing quote. So even though I didn't want it to be the closing quote, but it became a closing quote. No other option, right? Because Python will look for the matching quote, right? So in this case, you have two options. One option is you change this, right? You change it to double quote. okay, or you change it to triple quote, whatever. Now, when you start with double quote, Python is looking for next double quote as closing quote. So this is safe. Okay, because now this is not a closing quote because you start with double quote, so it's looking for immediately next double quote as closing quote. So this single quote is without any problem. Okay, now let's say, but I want to use single quote only, let's say. Okay, now what happens? I have to indicate to Python that this is not your closing code. This is not to be used as closing code. I have to indicate. How to indicate? Using backward slash, escape sequence. So escape sequence, as I said earlier, n was a normal text, it gave power to n, it became new line. Quote is powerful because it can close a text, but now it became powerless. Okay. So in a way, we are saying, okay, this is not a powerful quotation, but this is a normal quotation, not like a text. Treat it like a normal text, not as a closing quote. So here, backslash n is taking away the power. I mean, not the real meaning, but just to understand. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Next is you can add toString. So I can say print hello, or I can use say str1 plus str2. So when you add them together, it became hello, how are you? Right? But there's no space, right? So we can add one more space in between. So I'm adding another text. Okay. So it became hello, how are you? Right? Okay. You can even multiply a string with a number. So I can say print str1 into 5. When I say str1 into 5, it became hello, 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 hello. Okay. It became hello is printed 5 times. Okay. Now, you can also use string in place of your range function. So you can generate loop using string. So I can say for I in str3, let's say. Okay, str3 will be too big. Let's say we'll do str1. So when I say I in str1, I is taking each value from str1. So we can print the I. So I is going to take each value from string. So you have HELLO. It's taking each value from string and it is displaying. Okay. So what has happened here? The loop has run number of times, the number of elements in str1. Number of elements in str1. So this is same as running loop 5 times. Okay. This is same as running loop 5 times. And you have the I is the value, right? So you don't have to print I, right? I can say print hello. Because I is like counter, right? Just that instead of range was generating values, here string is generating values, which is hello here, right? So if I print hello, hello will be printed 5 times. That's all. Now we need to do what is called as slicing and dicing. Okay, how do you slice and dice? Okay, that means how do you get a subset of this text? So let's say I have, we'll use this one only. 1 second. So you have, I was saying that how to get the subset of data. Okay, so let me copy one string. Let's say we'll copy this one itself. Okay, and let's say I call it as str6 equal to. Now I'll say print str6 of 0. So remember, counting in Python starts from 0. Okay, so if you want to get the first element, you have to say str of 0. So when you say str of 0, you will get capital W. The text that we write in quotation is also case sensitive. Okay, so capital W is not same as small w. Okay, they are different. Okay, now when I say 0, you get W, because you get W because that's the first element of the string. That's the first element of the string. Okay. If I need to get the third element, if I need to get A, what should I do?
Two.
Yes. Okay, 2 will give me the third element. We have something called as len, okay, which will give us the total length. So there's a function, okay, just like print and input, we have a function called as len that will give us number of elements in string. So if I say len function of str6, it says 17. That means this string has 17 characters. Okay, so now if I need to print the last character, what should I do? Okay, one option is, of course, you count, right? But we don't want to count. We know total number of elements are 17. So I need the last character, question mark. How will I get?
Length minus 1.
Right? Length minus 1, correct? So I can say here str of this is length and minus 1. Correct? So this will be the last character. And the second last character is going to be length minus 2. Correct? What Python says is, if you are doing, and this is not in Java, Java doesn't have this. Python says is, if you are doing the last character, okay, and you are telling me length minus 1, don't tell me length. If you tell me minus 1, I know it is last character. Don't tell me length. Minus means you're doing length minus only, I know. So, minus 1 and minus 2, you can directly give to get the last character. You can directly say minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, so you don't have to say len minus 1. So Python counting starts from backward also. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, so on. And obviously, the last element is going to be length minus length, right? It is 0. So directly you say minus 17, minus length, okay, will also give us the first character. Print str6 of minus len of str6. This should also give us the first character, right? Yeah. So this is about getting first, single element. I want to get multiple values. First 3, middle 3, last 3, third to 8th character. So if I need to get first 3 character, okay, need to have colon. Colon indicates to and from. So left of colon is going to be to, from, right? So if I need first three, it's going to be from 0 to 2. Right? I'll say from 0. I need first three character, right? So first three means 0, 1, 2. So just like range, your starting character is 0 and ending character is 1 less. Sorry, 1 more, not less, sorry. 1 more, right? So if I need to go up to 2, including 2, I have to say 3. Okay, that means start from 0, go up to 2. Increment is by default 1 here. There is no chance to give increment. By default, it is 1. 0, 1, 2, and you stop there. You don't go beyond 2. Yes. Okay. You get? So what Python says is, if you're starting from 0, you don't even have to tell me 0. Okay, if you don't tell me, I know you're doing from start. Now let's say I need to do last 3, and you have a negative, using negative indexing. How do I do it? Using negative indexing. So I need ME question mark. So M is -3, E is -2, question mark is -1. 1 second. We have to tell this. So I want here -3, -2, -1, right? So how do I give? So start with -3, correct? -2, -1. But if I give -1, it'll go up to -2, right? Right? So you'll get only 2 characters, right? And I can't give 0 because 0 is part of forward indexing. So don't give anything. If you don't give anything, it'll go up to the last value. Okay. So this is how you can do indexing from Python string basically. Okay. So we'll stop here today, Prakash, and tomorrow we'll talk about, we have methods. Methods are the functions specially designed for strings. So if I say str1 dot, you see this list, these are all functions. Index will tell you index will tell us the presence of the substring. So if I say index of, let's say, W, capital W. So where does capital W occur? First occurrence. Of course, you can have many, right? It will always look for the first occurrence. If you wanted to look for other occurrences, we can give the number there. We'll see tomorrow. There's an error here. Substring not found. Substring not str1, right? Of course, str1 substring is not there. str6 says w. Position 0. W is at position 0. We have similar such strings, functions, methods, okay? We'll stop here. We'll do something tomorrow. Yeah. And I'll share these things at the same location.